Off air.
On air?
On air.
Is it on?
Oh, this couch is coming.
Well, you brought that accordion out of nowhere.
Yeah, magic. Wait, we're Katie. I can't see you at all.
Accordion.
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, right?
It's
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Definitely not Tuesday. Katie.
Hi.
A bunch of others are here. We'll introduce them in a second, but first, we have to ask a question we ask every week. If you watch the show, you would know this.
Oh, we make you sing on camera? Oh.
Yeah.
All of our guests have to know the lyrics.
Right. What is the tune?
It's a
You'll
little.
learn it in 2 seconds.
It's a little daily. It goes something like this.
Is it recorded?
What? No, you gotta taste it. Is.
It
Hey,
is it podcasting?
it's time for.
Shenanigans Live.
We lost a viewer.
Is it broadcasting?
You can join in.
Time for Shenanigans Live.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yep.
I didn't even think of a rhyme. What are you gonna do this episode?
I'm just gonna drink some water and relax. With
Okay.
some fine friends.
Yay, find friends.
Katie's gonna drink some water, relax, and find friends.
Woohoo. I'm probably gonna talk about Far Cry.
We're probably gonna talk about Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
That's good. Because you came all across the country, right?
I did. I came from Vancouver just to come to the Toronto premiere because I won tickets.
Excellent. I don't know how to rhyme that. She came from Vancouver because she wanted to go to Far Cry 4.
And that's pretty cool because I want more of the
But she wants more.
More.
Yeah,
More Far Cry, right?
more Far Cry.
Good. Far Cry!
Yeah.
It's time for Shenanigans
Cry
Four. With, what's the main character's back in it?
Pagan Man.
Pagan Man.
Pagan Man.
Wait.
Man.
And this is why the intro takes 5 minutes. Welcome to Shenanigans Live. This lovely Wednesday night, Chris, the host, is joining us. 10 viewers, 9 viewers.
Oh my
Countdown.
goodness.
This is exciting.
You guys missed our amazing intro.
Did you guys miss our intro? You always miss our intro. You also missed half my face. I'm just going to tilt this a bit. As you can see, we got a bevy of guests this episode, hence the title, with guests.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had time to name it.
Yep.
Down the line, let's introduce yourselves. Who you are, what you do, why you're here. Go.
Oh, it starts with me? Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? My name is Molly, a.k.a. Jakface on the internet. I do comics and I do drawings, and I'm currently obsessed with Far Cry 4, and that's what I'm all about right now. So.
Very nice, very nice.
And I live in Vancouver. Yes, I came yesterday.
You arrived yesterday.
I arrived yesterday, and I'm here for 4 days, visiting delicious friends.
Yes.
Doing delicious friends.
What was the name of that butter again we had?
Gorgeous,
Gorgeous butter, delicious
butter.
friends, and
I
gorgeous
wrote
butter.
it.
That's the episode
That's this
name.
episode name.
That's
Delicious friends,
delicious-
gorgeous butter.
Gorgeous butter.
Continuing.
Continuing.
Who do we have here?
Hi, I am Leslie Doyle.
I'm gonna do a volume check.
Shaggy said.
Yep.
AKA Angel Creations on the internet. I am a freelance illustrator, full-time mom. I draw the pretty people, and I go to conventions.
All the pretty people.
All the pretty people, and it's fun. Your turn.
Hi, people. I'm Megan Kearney. I draw the webcomic Beauty and the Beast, and I run the Toronto studio Comic Book Embassy. And I'm here today because a family member died, and I don't want to be alone.
You know what? That's what friends are
Here
for
for
the
it.
hangouts.
Thanks, you guys.
And
Yeah.
just it's life happens. You gotta just kind
You gotta make light of the situation,
roll with
you
it.
know?
of, talk about
That's what
cartoons and video games.
Exactly.
I will
That's
do
what
my
makes-
best not to
that's-
bring down the mood.
That's what makes me feel better. Cartoons
Yeah.
and video games.
You know what?
So.
That's what I find makes stuff fun for me, and hanging out with buddies. And
Totally. This is where I
drinking
wanna
water.
be.
I'm sorry I didn't make tea.
This is very good
so
water.
Sad. I'm like, here's your
best
cool
water
water
I've
in a
ever
cow
had.
mug.
Delicious Toronto water.
And this
Yum.
cow's going to visit another cow in this little cow house.
Yeah, and then there's the one that's kind of breaking the fourth wall and he's the cow
Ooh.
handle.
Oh, I think
That's kind of
like a
adorable.
meta cow.
Yeah,
Right here.
it's just like I'm part of the mug. The mug.
Let's check in with the chat. We got Yaiba saying hi to Shenanigans and friends.
Hello.
I have to reach over this computer. Got Chris Lowe saying I'm here, but be very passive in my participation. I have a kitchen layout I must do. An evil kitchen layout.
We will not tolerate passivity.
Not on this show. If you want to join in with the chat and the questions in the Google Plus, head on over to the Q&A section. You can post your questions. You can vote on people's questions. So if you're like, oh man, this question hasn't been answered yet, and I love it so much, you can add a +1, and the one with the most pluses wins the episode. So be sure to ask questions and vote.
What do you win?
The episode.
Yep.
No, you
I
win
just
the
clearly
episode.
said you win the episode.
Sorry, you win the episode.
Not good enough, is it?
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
We were out all day in Toronto rushing back for you guys to do the show on time at 8 o'clock. Clearly we didn't make it. So 10:30, here we are for you.
Captain, one more store over here.
Okay, well,
One
to
more.
go back a step, so Molly, we want to give you like the tour, the treat,
Toronto
the Toronto
experience.
Comic Shop tour, which we kind of have a bit of a plan depending where we start. We just do a loop around the city. So we hit everything. We start off at the Comic Book Lounge up on College.
Yep.
Met some friends there, of course, because from the ladies' nights, I believe.
Yep.
I don't know any names, so if you want to drop names, by all means.
Well, the only person that was there was Julia, not Robin.
I
Sorry,
the comic book
Julia.
embassy. We went to the lounge first.
Oh,
The
yeah.
lounge was a comic book shop.
Yeah.
Comic book lounge.
Yeah.
Actually, let's preface this. I personally had a side mission. The upfront was, let's give Molly a time.
Good.
Side mission was, for the bonus points, like achievement hunters out there. I'm
Yeah.
like, since last week, since you last saw me, I became a huge regular show fan. I knew it in passing. I never watched an episode before. I'm now on season 3. And this has been a week since the last show. So I'm like, I now need vinyl pop figures of my new favorite show. So my goal for the day was to get a pop vinyl figure of Vincent. He's like the gumball machine.
Angry gumball.
So this was the mission. So this
Yeah,
is a side mission. Put this to the side.
It started as a mission, but it slowly became like a quest. Like eventually
It got
became
pretty
like a-
obsessively.
It evolved into an obsession.
Oh no, one more place. Oh no, one more place. I swear.
Well, so bear this in mind as we tell this story, of course. So we hit the comic book lounge, great times. Where do we go?
Well, comic book embassy next.
Yeah.
Oh.
Picked up a Megan.
Picked
Picked
me
up
up
a
at
Megan.
work.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we went to I don't
Ramen.
remember the names of these
Anime
places.
Extreme.
Oh,
Anime
Anime Extreme.
Which, if you have to go to a store that is basically a mini comic convention in itself,
Yeah.
you want to go to Anime Extreme in Toronto. The aisles are just littered with colorful, delightful things from past, present, and future of the anime.
It
scene.
reminded me of anime stores actually in Japan, like Mandarake and like Animate and like those places, because they're
Nice,
just so chock full of like plushies
Floor
and
to
comics
ceiling.
and
Yeah.
floor ceiling of
Friggin'
stuff.
mouse
It is
pad,
a-
blue pads,
Mouse
Yeah.
blue pads of
Yeah.
all
And
shapes
bumps.
and sizes.
Boots and bumps.
I saw one bum.
What?
One bum.
Was it a
one
dude
bum.
bum?
She
or
wasn't
was it
having
a
it.
lady
Which
bum?
made me really disappointed because I know they have the free.
I've
guys.
seen one
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free guys?
They have the
Oh,
free
yeah.
guys with
Oh,
like
free
the
guys,
butts
okay.
and they're like
Yeah,
swimming
free
butts or like the
Yeah.
pecs, you know?
But is it awkward? Does he have to twist arc around to see
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
It's
that's
like,
really like
I've
it's
seen
like,
ones
oh,
where
no,
it's like,
senpai.
what are you doing back there? What are you searching for?
I've seen ones where you're like looking up between their legs, like that
Oh my
angle,
gosh.
and the butt is like right. Yeah.
Oh,
then
so
they
from,
have
from the front.
Yeah.
It's like, hello.
Oh,
Ergonomics of the wrist is really
Hello
important.
there.
Have good, healthy
It is,
ergonomics.
yeah.
when
As
you're
artists,
on house.
we need to keep
Yeah,
this in mind.
as we discussed.
Yeah,
Because
as we all.
we've all
Apparently
bruised
those
our
ones
wrists
don't last
on a
long,
table.
though, right?
Well, we said you want to buy a
Oh
good
my
10 or
God,
so,
you know.
because you'll just be blasting through these things.
Yeah.
Well, like first-person shooters.
Anyways,
And yeah, we got
So Anime Extreme and then I don't know.
food.
So we had to eat.
Then we
So we
fooded.
wanted some ramen. We went down to Kinton,
Yeah.
which there's a lot of good achievements this day. Actually.
Yeah.
you got
Because
bubble tea
From
too.
Kinton, I've always wanted this thing that for the last month I was on this big Scotch egg kick. If you don't know what the Scotch egg is, the Scottish, as you describe, what's one thing about the Scottish you can tell us? Tell us one thing about the Scottish.
Correctly accent.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, you have to do the accent.
They'll deep fry anything. So they went, this egg is real nice, but let's coat it in batter and fry the fuck out of it. And then eat it. And then
Yeah.
that's
so much
That's a
better.
Scotch egg.
So that's a Scotch egg.
But this ramen shop has a version called the Kinton ball, which is a Kinton ball. I don't know what that is, but it's a Scotch egg done in a very kind of like Japanese food kind of style. Mwah, if there's a better word for it. It was fantastic.
I never tried the sauce. Like, what was the
It
sauce?
was like a- It wasn't. It was
Tangy.
zesty,
It was like,
tangy,
yeah, drizzled
creamy, on top of a deep
like a
fry.
pickled, kind of like a chutney.
I don't know.
No, it was more like it had mayo, and I think it's like a spicy mayo.
Okay.
sort of.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. We're going to jump to the chat quick. We're just giving our stories of what we did today. Okay, so everyone got ramen. I got glorious butter. What was it? Glamour.
And then we had
Gorgeous
Shirley
butter.
Temple.
Gorgeous butter. Gorgeous butter ramen.
Yeah, gorgeous butter.
And
ramen.
Shirley Temples all around.
They were
which-
not
Shirley
Shirley
Temple.
Temples.
Those were good Shirley Temple.
They were, but they weren't.
They were
ginger ale. You don't make Shirley Temples with
I
ginger.
enjoy
Ginger
it.
ale
I
has
make
orange
Shirley
juice,
Temple.
Sprite, grenadine.
Never had a proper Shirley Temple.
Oh,
Probably
because
not.
it looks like a sunset. It's
I'm
like
just-
orange.
It's either
and
Sprite
yeah.
or ginger
And you
ale.
have to
I've
like
heard.
stir it because all the
It's
grenadine's at
Sprite.
the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the ginger ale,
Something
this
with the
it was
grenadine.
nice, and it was
I
like
think it was
you
refreshing.
taste the grenadine,
lime
which
was
is
nice.
a lot of the Shirley Temple flavor,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a Shirley Temple.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very peculiar about my food.
Particular.
You guys notice.
Well, she's
Yeah,
peculiar.
You are peculiar about it. But
Peculiar.
it's something Shirley Temple mystic. Just like, I don't know what that means.
Leslie is peculiar about her food.
I'm peculiar about a lot of things.
But she's a fabulous baker, and she always
Oh,
brings
yeah.
us
You
cakes
make
at
the best
embassy
stuff.
events.
So yeah, should we mention high tea at the embassy?
Oh, sure,
yeah.
sure.
Yes, so there's a thing that happens once a month.
Yeah, the last Sunday of the month.
Which is great for geek ladies in Toronto if you want to hang out in a cool family space and meet other geeky ladies and have tea and delicious pastries. That happens once a month with the Comic Book Embassy. You can find them on Facebook. And essentially, Leslie brings insane people.
Fabulous cake.
I really love baking. It's like one of my favorite things other than arting. But
Yeah.
so I find recipes off of Tumblr. So I've made like rainbow cheesecake and like
Ooh.
So we watch from Tumblr and we try and guess. What
yeah,
we're
I
gonna
reply
What we're gonna
the
have.
recipes and they're like, oh, is she gonna make that? Is she gonna
Yeah.
make
That's
that?
very exciting.
So
Always
last Sunday of every month,
more
high tea, ladies high tea at the Comic Book Embassy.
So ladies only.
I will-
Sorry, guys.
I will
Sorry,
say,
guys.
well, every once in a while,
Girl
Sorry.
types. Girl types.
Yeah.
Is who we invite.
Yeah,
lady
we have an open event
identifying.
a
Yeah.
couple times a
Lady-
year.
yeah.
Like Christmas is open to everybody.
Yeah, we
we
do.
do a
Oh.
fundraiser for our local women's shelter every Christmas, and that is open to anyone who wants to donate things.
Yeah. You can come in. I was
No
baked.
excuse.
I was baked yummy stuff.
There's so many yummies, and then Megan has a beautiful tea set that she allows us to use, and it's like
We have
the
millions of
prettiest-
teas.
If you ever want to have the most gorgeous tea, it's just so much tea, so much pretty cups, and we just talk about comics and
Yep.
cartoons and.
There you go.
And you don't have to be
Time.
like you don't have to be a creator. You just have to be an appreciator or like be a creative person. You can be a
Yeah.
crafter or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just have to be a lady and like
Talking
like
about
nerdy. Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Geek
a
and
nerdy
stuff.
hangout.
It's how
Yeah.
I've met every friend I currently have.
Including me.
Yay!
Speaking of friends in the chat, we have Lil Armina saying everybody. AHI, so good with you. We have Megan Carter saying, I'm the Megan that didn't make it.
Oh, Megan Carter.
Megan
Hi,
Carter.
Megan.
Megan
Uh,
Carter is my desk mate, studio mate. She draws the webcomic Takeoff.
I thought you were gonna
Yeah.
say she's my evil twin.
She is. We're opposite sides of a dark and confusing coin.
We call them the Megan squared. Megan.
Yeah.
The Megan.
We're-
Megan.
Now all these
Double
chats may be
Megans.
completely out of order and out of context because we got her saying, whoa!
Whoa.
Also, free for life
Free full life.
with a number 4 and a
If you
Y.
guys aren't watching Free, that's
And,
that is
50%
the anime.
off.
That
For
is
50% off.
Yeah.
That's
It's
How-
the free abridged series.
And how do you stay fresh is the last thing. Is that-
How do you stay fresh?
yeah, how do you stay fresh?
By putting yourself in the freezer. Mentos. Another
Deodorant.
true fresh maker.
I gotta watch
All
Free for
sorts
Life.
of ways to
Full
stay
life.
fresh. Mentos, freshness.
So after ramen, we're like, all right,
Oh, yeah,
this
ramen.
comic tour hasn't ended. We
Oh,
gotta
no.
hit the snail because a bunch of you know the snail, the new Silver Snail. You haven't been yet. So we worked our way out east to Yonge Street, which was really convenient because everything's walkable in
And we
the
got
city.
bubble tea.
Oh yeah, we got bubble tea first. Where did we go?
Oh,
Chat
we went
time.
to Chat Time.
She said
Chat time.
2%.
She said 2%.
Also, I should shout out to dear reader Ashley who spotted me in the Silver Snail.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm
so
sorry I
nice.
got your name wrong. Thank you for reading the comic.
I love it. It's such a great hangout there.
Yeah.
Especially like we didn't end up getting it because we were so full, but they have those Nutella lattes that I really
Yeah.
want to get. It's
What?
Nutella.
They have a whole cafe in the
But
snail.
we were too full. We were like
Yeah.
had bubble tea in hand.
They
Yeah.
get a latte and then they'll have a spoon of Nutella that they'll just drop in that you could just eat.
Oh,
A spoon
gracious.
of Nutella. And you drink
Oh,
your
bless.
latte
I
and
made a
then you-
Nutella cake yesterday.
Ooh,
I should do
Took
something
it-
with
Took
Nutella.
it to a friend who has a new
Please.
baby.
there you go.
Oh, so good.
Megan Carr also says, Megan, we know that lie. That lie. What do you know?
I don't know.
Do you know that lie?
I,
Megan, we know that lie.
There's so many lies.
What am I lying? Am I lying that I was sorry?
Did we pick up anything along the way though, or did we?
I think I bought something at every store just to be like,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I know we're causing you. Sorry.
I also
Because
bought
he'd be
a
like,
pop figure.
"Ah, okay, nothing here," and I'd be like, I should buy something.
Well, like
I know.
to update you at this point, I still hadn't found my Benson figure,
No,
my
we didn't
pop
find
figure.
any at that
I didn't
point.
find
Any of the
we didn't
regular
find
show.
any regular show at Anime Extreme, though they still had Adventure Time. No regular show at the Silver Snail, though they still had Adventure Time. As you see what I'm trying to say here. So far, complete failure, but it was a side quest, so no biggie. You know, we're still cool. We're still cool.
Out of curiosity, what was our main quest?
Show her a good
Showing
time.
me,
Comic.
showing
Oh,
me
yeah,
around.
Just
Just to
Oh,
show her a
an
good time in the
escort
city.
quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Escort
want to
quest.
hit every major comic shop in
Essentially.
that arc.
Yeah.
Then fortunately, right next door from the Snail is a little tea shop called David's Tea,
Oh yeah.
where you found apparently the rarest thing in tea world.
Yeah, I'm gonna totally show it to everybody. Where is it? Where's my bag? Is it over there? These like sold out
Just-
on like the first day,
Yeah,
but I
they're
happened to find one, and I'm so excited. My girlfriend's gonna freak out if she's watching and looking at this, but I found one of the tea advent calendars for December. It's the best thing ever. You get
Good
a
idea.
different
Holy.
tea
Oh, wow.
every day
Holy.
of December.
That's
So you open up these little tabs, and there's like a little pot of like a tea,
That's
and
ludicrous.
you can like
That's adorable.
steep it, and it's good for one pot of tea per day.
Is it enough for a pot or just a mug?
Like a pot,
I'm
like
I'm
a little
smelling
pot.
every tea
No,
merging
it's like every
together.
tea ever, and it's like something different. So you get to like
Should go.
there's like green teas and black teas and
Yeah.
herbal teas, all sorts of stuff.
Let's crack these open and see
No,
what's.
I
Let's take a
don't
look.
know.
Expensive as heck, but they are so
Right.
cool, and they sell it so fast. But they just happen to have them at this David's Tea.
9 left?
They had like 9 left. They just got like another 150 in.
Yeah, I should have grabbed one.
Yeah.
They have Bubby's baklava as a flavor. Read my lips.
Did it have
Is
a
the
mini
eggnog in
one?
there?
Lips
Yeah.
in
That's
Is the
Eggnog,
apple one in there?
apple
We
custard,
bought apple
Forest,
custard, which smelled
sleigh
really
ride,
nice.
main squeeze,
I
sugar
like
plum
sleigh ride.
forest,
I like
coconut
sleigh ride,
cream,
yeah.
Oh, that
mint
sounds good.
gelato,
Is that
other
the Alpine-
flavors.
Alpine,
Eggnog's the
what's the
first one.
Alpine?
Eggnog?
I think it would be more fun.
We gotta
if
try
it was
that
a
eggnog.
surprise.
Yeah, if you don't know,
Yeah.
they do have apple custard.
Nice.
Forever nuts.
Ooh.
How
So
was
We
that?
gotta make apple
How
custard.
was that custard tea you had today?
Well, it was it
Strawberry
custard or was it strawberry,
Strawberry
pudding?
pudding,
Strawberry
bubble
pudding.
tea.
Before the Snail, we stopped off for bubble tea, and I got strawberry pudding bubble tea, which like literally it was layered, jellies at the bottom, pudding, some yellow substance, liquid,
I think the yellow might have been the pudding.
maybe.
Maybe.
And then I mixed it all up, and it was really
jellies.
delicious. It was really delightful. It wasn't an overpowering taste. It was like I doubt it was natural strawberry taste either, but it was like, all right, this is delicious. I like it. And we all signed up for membership and used the same card, so we're only
Oh,
4 away.
Card.
We're only
getting
4 away
our
from a
card.
new tea.
Nice.
Yeah,
We're like,
so that will be like the communal tea card, I guess. It's like whoever.
I'm glad they let us
We'll
do
only
that.
use it when we
Yeah.
can all go together.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for our next comic too.
We like those pencils in that one episode of Sailor Moon.
Oh, that was such a good
I
episode.
love that
I
episode.
rewatched the Japanese version of that one, and it's
Yeah.
insane.
It's so
That
much
you
different.
done.
There's a
Good.
scene where Mercury's on top of like Nepflight's car, and he's like, "You're
really
scuffing
nicely
it." And
animated.
he knocks her off. I'm like, "Whoa,
And she
Nepflight!"
rolls, and it's a great
She
animation.
tumbles off the car.
And it's
Yeah.
so bad.
And then the girl's like, "Now I'm going to lock the door and kill Sailor V in the series." And I was like, "No, don't kill her! Don't animate her die!" And I'm just like, "This is amazing." She's going like, "I'm killing her now." I'm like, it was such a good plot.
And in the Deke dub, they all had southern accents.
Yeah.
I
told you. I also use my pencil. She's like, "Oh bless." I'm just like, "What is this?"
Yeah, one of them was Cassie. Was like,
Like Cassie,
Cassidy.
Leslie, I don't know.
I thought they were together.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought so.
We promised we'd animate forever.
yeah.
All right.
Forever.
How old are you? Is this co-op?
They were gonna be kind of weird because it was like they're animating, but in their world, because they're already animated, it's like they're doing live action animation. Because Sailor V looks
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
It'd be like
Drawing people.
a Take on Me, that music video.
Yeah,
Like,
once it comes to life.
Video.
If
Yeah.
that's how she came into the series,
The
that'd been
little
awesome.
version
Yes.
of that.
There's something that always like bugged me about that episode was like that part in the dub where like he takes her aside and was like, "You made Sailor V's leg like half an inch too wide," and I'm like, "But it's so thin already."
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
It's like a
Oh.
commentary on
But
the
in
series
the
itself.
original
Just
version,
like,
he was like, I don't feel the love here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Really?
are you asking me to make this sexy?
Yeah.
Oh, and they didn't. That's
And the
actually-
guy
yeah,
always
that's
had the
better.
baby on his back too. He was like
Yeah.
this
He
working
wanted
dad.
to make it
Yeah.
sexy, and
He
that's
was
what
like,
the problem
"No,
was.
I'm a father.
Yeah.
I don't want you to make it sexy, but make it sexy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really interesting. I
Yeah.
never got that out of the English version.
Yeah, that's
In
why
the
I
Japanese
downloaded the
version-
Japanese
I'm
version too.
slowly working my way through it.
I
I
thought it
really
was
want to
really
watch
well
all of
done.
it again.
Mhm.
The Japanese
It's
version,
okay.
I also found out that Mercury's a dick.
What?
She was just like, oh,
not.
cartoons are for children, and she's like
Sure.
giving shit to like Ray and friggin'
And like
Usagi, and she's like, oh, you're into cartoons. I'm like, no, Mercury, like what happened?
you're supposed to be
She's so
I
judgmental.
know, she's the one I identified
I don't
with,
like
so I
it.
was like, no, yeah, because
She's really mean in that
I
episode.
I was a
Scuffing Nephlight's car.
Jutsu
Being
riot.
mean. I don't like it.
jerk.
It's
Oh,
like, get off the HUD.
Jerkury.
We're like, Mercury.
she's like,
Ugh.
oh,
Sailor Jerkury.
she's calling her that forever.
The rest of the series, that'd be great. Quickly jump back into the chat. Megan commenting on the lag, saying, damn, this delay, my comedic timing is lost because we also read questions way later than we
Yeah, that's true.
She also says, after the tour, what's Jack's favorite Toronto comic store?
Oh.
Or should we finish our tour first
Well, we
and then
should
get the
finish
idea?
describing the tour.
We'll finish the tour. Let's read quickly
Everything but
too.
tarantula.
We got Sarah
Oh, yeah, we
saying,
didn't do tarantula.
that's the best thing ever, which I think refers to your tea,
Tea.
which people are resting their feet on.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's
Here, I'll move it.
Smells different now.
You can say they're Tootsies.
We got
Tootsies.
Toots-
Hey.
Oh, you were on a roll.
Alicia Denang saying, man, hearing all this fun, cool things in Toronto makes me want to visit Canada.
You should
Canada's
come
pretty
visit.
awesome.
That's
Come
pretty slow.
visit. It's a great
Yay.
time.
Tea
I'll
cup,
pick you
fan
up
cup,
from the
Canada's
airport.
wonderful.
Yeah.
She will.
You could be on the show.
Yeah.
You're forced to when you enter the country.
Yeah, that's
Pretty much.
basically.
Yeah.
That's how we get our thing. We got Megan also saying, Mercury, stop. Jerkery.
Jerkery.
Okay, so we got T. What was next? So then wandering up, an additional side mission also came
Yeah.
up. There's an additional side mission, but before we got there, we'll mention that in a sec. We hit a random toy store, which we never knew was there.
Oh yeah.
Mind Games opened up a
Yeah.
shop down the street, and it was full of Zelda swords
A lot of Zelda swords.
Board games.
and bongs, beer bongs,
Yeah.
in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
the
a
adult
strange,
section.
in the naughty section with like the boob game
I
and
know,
all these
like
other
cool
things
like
back there.
science. They had a lot of cool science toys too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, because I'm very sweet.
Yeah.
I did not step back.
Whereas I was there with the bullshit bullhorn.
Which has
doing that.
12 individual bullshits.
Like,
So
All
much
right.
bullshit.
Everybody was like slowly backing away from me, and I just kept pushing the button, like, guys, it says another thing about bullshit.
The camera's just going back and she's standing still going, because it's like panning away. A bullshitter detects a bullshitter and is like, well, let's slowly leave this
Gotta head
place.
back to the more family-friendly section.
And they also had vinyl pop figures.
Yeah.
No regular show.
No regular.
Plenty of friggin' Adventure Time and like Walking Dead, which seems to be the trend of things.
Walking Dead's really popular.
It is.
really
I don't know why.
popular.
Next up, 401 Games, which has since moved. If you've been in Toronto the last few years, it's a little more north on Yonge near college. And this is like board game heaven for downtown Toronto. It has all the games at the cheapest prices.
And the pop figures were the
and a
cheapest
lot of
thing.
pop figures.
That's
And
where
this-
I bought my Herschel figure.
You got sorry, what'd you do?
Grab my-
Katie got a thing too. Now, this is the first closest thing to a win because they had a lot of pop figures and at the cheapest price in the city. Pro tip. But we rounded the counter, got to the regular show section. They had Mordecai, Rigby, Skips. They had Muscle Man, but no Benson.
No Ben.
And I'm like, "Ugh," and like I almost
pretty
got the
dull,
Skips because I love Skips too. Mark Hamill.
Oh, I
plays
thought
Skips.
you
He's
got
fantastic.
it.
I didn't because
Oh,
I swore I
okay.
needed to
Yeah,
get
the last second
Benson
you're like,
first. Well, because one of the problems with pop figures is sometimes a little scuffed up in the box. You're like, I don't know about this one, and he's got markings, and like one of the Skips, his eye was kind of messed up. The other one, his hips were messed up. I'm just like,
Okay.
I'm like, I can let away like a finger or two is kind of scuffed, but like when like major, and you always look at the eyes, right? That's what people do. That's what we did.
For sure.
So I had a loss there, but Katie got a win.
Yeah, so this is a game I've been looking for a while after playing with some friends, and it's called Texas Zombies. And basically, it's like an improv card game. So it's like you're presented with, it's like a zombie invasion. You're presented with these different situations, and you have 3 cards that you have to kind of bullshit your way out of a situation. So it's like the card is you walk down the street, suddenly this car with like these Mexican gangster like cartel, and then a bunch of zombies because they're controlling the zombies are coming at you. You have a basketball, a tube of lipstick, and a camera. How do you get out of this situation? So you have to actually come up with a story and try to convince everybody that it'll work. And if everybody votes up, then you survive. If they vote down, you don't survive. But there's also extra team stuff where you don't necessarily want to vote everyone down because your team has to come out at the end. But it's like really fun, random.
It's like reasonable but entertaining answers.
And
it makes you think like.
Yeah, like it makes you just be like, what can I do with this tube of lipstick? And it's like, maybe
really
you just make yourself super badass. And I don't know, you can come up with anything.
You can draw scars and be
the basketball
like,
on your finger.
I'm also a zombie.
or like you use the makeup to like make it look like blood on the basketball, and the basketball's a head, so from a distance you're like, I got the zombie, I have a head, and they'd be like, whoa, stay away from that.
Actually, that's exactly.
And that's what I would pitch to you guys. And like, what do you think?
And it's
How do you think?
I played it at a friend's place. It was really fun.
Cool.
So I'm looking forward to giving it a whirl.
There you go. I'm looking forward to it. I like story-driven games. Like I got that
I
one.
knew you'd like it.
I got one called Once Upon a Time, which is like you get elements of a fairy tale story, and you have to like go on as long as, and you're trying to finish the story.
I met the people who made that game at FablesCon
God.
about 2 years ago. They were just launching it.
It's an interesting
They got
game.
all the artists there to do some artwork on promotional cards, but I don't know what
felt
they
like
did
it was a
with them.
really old game, but I guess it's pretty new.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it
No,
was
I mean, you
released with
probably-
new artwork.
Yeah.
I gave you and
Awesome.
Jerry
It looked
blank
like fun.
cards, and you've yet to draw on them.
I'm busy. Also, my rates are per hour.
Good girl.
Thank you. He's like, just draw something quick. I'm like, my rates are.
This is a consulting fee for this too.
I found a problem with the cards was that they were really glossy, so
It's hard to draw
ink
on them.
didn't stick.
Yeah,
It's just I don't know what you
Yeah,
do.
it
Put
wiped
stickers on it. I don't know.
Sharpies. Yeah,
I
I like
guess,
that.
I guess that is the answer.
Sharpies. That doesn't look
It's not
pretty.
art supply.
Because everything is all watercolor and okay. What's wrong with you?
I'm
Leslie?
working at Michael's here, guys. Like, don't ask.
And
Ask
discounts.
an expert.
I can get all right. I want to sit in for a consultation.
5 points for me. My fees are.
So on top of our mini mission of finding a Benson, there was a sub-side mini mission to tie in with tomorrow's festivities. If you didn't hear from the intro of this episode, from Molly here, was come to Toronto to check out the Far Cry 4 events that you're like, as we discussed, VVIP
VVIP.
at this event.
You know, only 6 people, like actual just regular normies, won tickets to this event. All the other people who are going to this event are developers, special guests. One of the voice actors / face models of one of the main characters is going to be there.
Cool.
And Amita, she's really, really cool. And so I know she's gonna be there. I don't know if Troy Baker's gonna be there. Troy Baker does the voice and the
Of
face
everything
modeling.
ever, though.
Of everything ever, but also Pagan Min. So, but I don't know. He's always busy doing everything. So no, he's probably not. But if he is, I will die. So this is probably the last time you see me. If he's there. But usually they have like cosplayers and stuff. So if they have like cosplayers and stuff, that'd be really cool. But it's pretty exclusive. So we're really excited.
Yeah.
To go into this.
And I'm fortunate enough to be going too. And I'm like, I should dress up, but I'm not a cosplayer. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what we should do? We should see if we can find an elephant hat.
Just
Animals.
random.
Because the theme of the game, like there's elephants that you can ride into like outposts and like take out a bunch of guys, and so it's gonna be so much fun.
So are people gonna be dressed up really nice at this thing?
That's my whole idea.
I
There's no
imagine.
dress code.
Yeah.
So I got like a pink shirt made that says Pagan Minion. I have it like over there, like on my like a show.
Grab it.
Yeah. I got it made like right before I left. Got it. So yeah, this is my nerd shirt. That's
Nice.
what I'm
There
gonna
you
wear to the
Nice.
event.
So what are you wearing?
And I have no Far Cry paraphernalia, so my sub-side mission to this evening was I gotta find an elephant hat. Be it like a baseball cap with an elephant head, or just an
It's
elephant.
funny that that's something you can expect to find
Yeah.
in Toronto. You're like, yeah.
So I'm like, I'm in downtown Toronto. It's a Wednesday night. I'm gonna find an elephant hat. So we duck into a store.
Like literally the next store we went in.
I asked the guy, "Do you have an elephant hat?" And he's like, "Yes, I do."
Like hanging right above our heads. Like
So he
right-
gave me this, which is even better than I could have expected of an elephant hat. It is a full elephant,
Yeah, it's not
for
even
your
just
head.
the face.
It's got
and
nice
it just
eyes.
goes on nicely like that.
Wow.
And so this is my cosplay for Far Cry 4, and I'm ready to go.
Is
I
you
put like
guys
some blood
take
on the
pictures.
trunk or
It's really
something. Like, just a
majestic.
little.
It is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Please take pictures.
And
Put
like,
some holy powder.
what other city in the
Weird
world
black
would you
and
find
white,
this? It's the greatest city in the world, Toronto.
Greatest.
We say it's great for comics,
I know.
but so many other things.
Really? I want to move
Elephant
here. I want to move here now. There's so many cool things. There's elephant hats. There's Benson on
Yeah,
pictures.
like oh, it's 9 o'clock on a,
Ramen.
it's 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. I'm gonna find an elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
We're done. We did
Check
it.
mark. So that was a victory. That was a side mission victory. We got it. Work our way up the street, across the street, bringing 1 million comics. The largest selection of Wonder Woman swimsuits can be found
Really
at 1 million comics.
Really
Of
cute.
every era and design.
And corsets and
Zippers,
women's
places.
superhero corsets.
Yep.
Bustier.
It was, and like, yeah, they had like the Harley Quinn kind of
Pajamas.
burlesque
Yeah.
kind of boot
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Toques and everything. You
Right
tried
there.
I was trying on all
tried
sorts
on
of
a
tubes.
tube.
You're on the
Every
Toronto, was it
store.
the Toronto Toop Tour?
Yeah, I was
or-
doing the tube tour.
2014.
just out for a rip
There, bud. Trying on some tubes, bud.
So Canadian.
We got quickly from Daniel Luke saying this is certainly a glorious elephant hat.
It
Thank you,
is.
Daniel.
Hi,
Clearly
Daniel
it is.
Luke. Long time no chat.
Mitleby with MTILBY says card games like that, the one Texas Zombies equal best games.
Best game.
And Chris Lewis is saying, I say you play that game right now. That may be an idea, but we'll see how we're feeling. We might need
We should
another
try
round of
one.
food.
We should try one
Yeah.
card.
Well, we
The
discussed
card is
Friday.
actually the first card was what I just described randomly. It was
That's fun.
the
Yeah.
sidecars coming your way behind the Mexican driver. 2 zombies are peering into the streets.
Where's your items?
So the items are
Oh, it's separate.
yeah. So you're dealt them. So like, let me pick another random.
We'll do that. We'll do
Yeah,
that
we'll
after
do
our
that,
tale.
yeah.
So okay. So now anything else we saw in a million comics? Lots of clothing there. Pop figure wall, of course.
No.
Nope.
No,
I didn't see
though they
it.
had one Rigby.
Yeah.
One Rigby. I'm like, all right, we're getting there.
Getting
So we got a ways to go now. We kind of hit everything. We didn't go all the shops. We hit everything that there is on Young. We did a wander through UFT campus, kind of like Assassin's Creed. We're running through old buildings, climbing walls and stuff. It was
Yeah,
great,
it looked
exciting.
like Hogwarts.
If I
at
do a
nighttime.
Kickstarter, I need to go film there.
You really do. If you're in Toronto, you know, it's not necessarily anything happening around there that's not school related, but it's beautiful to check out. The campus is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Lots of good desire.
Like the butter. Like the butter.
Like the gorgeous
Gorgeous
butter
butter.
and the delicious fruits. We made our way up to Bloor Street. We entered past all the stadiums and the Nevada Museum, all that nice things.
We passed the ROM and everything.
Past the
Yeah,
ROM.
yeah.
Then our next stop was we got to the Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Found out the coast was clear.
That's a story for another day. And lo and behold, our mission is complete. We found me Benson. And he's got jiggly gumballs in his head. And
Katie like yelled it in the store.
Yeah.
I was
I think there he is. So thank you, because they still have a lot of good character selections. So finally, my submission is complete.
Yeah.
Though we have yet to finish our main mission because we have to make
We had
sure
to go
Molly has a good
to-
time.
All the
Yes.
comic shops.
So
And you
Labyrinth,
can't-
lots of art
you
books.
cannot go to Toronto without going to the Island.
Yeah.
Which is
So our
favorite
final
favorite.
stop in the
Comic shop.
annex, just past Honest Ed's, lit up in the nights, beautiful night sky in the annex. Big Island Comic Shop.
Yeah, that place is
And
awesome.
That's how would you describe this being your first time there?
Well, yeah, it just had like a bunch, like everything, like one of everything. Like they had a huge section of like French comics, and French comics are wonderful. Like they're so beautifully drawn, and like there's so many different kinds of artists, and they have zines from
Yeah,
like
all the
local
indie
artists. They have
publishing and all
indie
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
They have like like the mainstream stuff, but most of it was like stuff I'd never seen or even heard of before. Like they had like older flight anthologies there. They
Oh
like
yeah.
it was pretty awesome. Like I
You
kind
didn't go
of
upstairs.
and I didn't even go
Yeah, they're
upstairs.
closing
Yeah.
soon, but-
all manga.
But like
Yeah.
the downstairs was like my kind of scene. They had all their like really cool like obscure stuff, but it's fun to just like look through everything. But you could never go there and find everything like in
Yeah.
one sitting.
That's a lot of stuff.
So I felt overwhelmed, but in the end I ended up buying the guy who runs it his zine about punk 50s punk girls.
That's Chris's zine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought
Was it
that. It was like
Chris's or-
yeah.
The guy
It was
who
like
runs
$3, and I was like,
was
"This
living
looks
there.
cool. Sure, why not?"
I teach at their sister store. I teach teen classes at Little Island, which is sort of the Beguiling's kid-friendly store, which is really lovely. And Chris is usually the cashier the nights I'm teaching
Oh, okay.
there.
Little Island's
cool.
excellent.
So that
He was
was
saying
funny.
that it's probably the only comic shop.
Oh, is there someone watching?
Yeah, I know Sherilyn, my girlfriend. She finally
Join the chat. Ask questions.
Yeah,
Wait,
join
did
the
she
chat.
just join us now?
Yeah, no, seriously. Look at his elephant hat. She's gonna be
Okay.
laughing right now.
Oh my god.
No, but I also have to show her the David's teeth thing because she's
Oh.
gonna
Yeah,
freak
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Okay, so Sherilyn, look what I friggin' found. Da 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 da.
Yeah, open it too.
It's the advent
Oh,
calendar that I couldn't get, and they totally had it in the store. So
Toronto has everything.
China.
Elephant hats, Benson's, tea.
tea,
Come to
everything.
Toronto.
Woo!
If this episode doesn't sell you guys on Toronto, this is the best city in the world. Everyone keeps being like, oh, New York. No, New York. It's all about Toronto.
No, New York.
Sherilyn mentioned
Bad
wanting to
New
move to
York.
Toronto,
Cool.
so
No.
I don't
Go
know.
to your
Toronto's
parents.
pretty awesome, Sherilyn. I would totally move here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I ran upstairs quickly while you guys were all chits and chattings. I got myself a copy of the All You Need Is Kill book, which is illustrated by the Death Note fellow, art by Takeshi Obata.
You would know that
Ooh.
from theaters as
The
Edge
Edge
of
of Tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
or better name, Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah.
So go watch that movie. That's amongst a lot of people I know. That's one of my favorite films. It's a really fun film.
movie. Yeah.
Really fun to
Essentially,
see.
I don't know. Is it even a spoiler to describe the premise?
No, like that's the intriguing part. It's just
Yeah, what is it? It's the War of the Worlds meets Groundhog Day.
yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And every
Yeah.
time he dies, he comes back and has to try and find a way to stop the alien invasion.
And it's surprisingly one of the funniest films this year too. Just
It
like
is.
and intentionally though.
Oh, okay.
It's intentionally funny.
Yeah.
How they
It's a
edit
lot
it.
of dark comedy.
It's really well done. It's
Yeah.
enjoyable. Like a lot of people kind of go, man, the latter half, and I can see why. But like the whole opening is brilliant.
I kind of like where Tom Cruise is right now with his acting. Like I like
Yeah.
that he's like obviously having fun with it.
Well, Pineapple Express was like, all right.
Yeah.
He's got these giant hairy arms. He's dancing with a cell phone.
Oh, he was
He's
also
swearing up a
huge.
storm. I'm
Yeah,
like, all right, this is interesting. We got Sarah saying TCAF sold me on Toronto.
Yeah.
We've actually had a couple converts. Angie came for TCAF and then was like, sold, moved to Toronto.
Really?
Came
Where
to
did she
school.
come from?
Denver, Colorado.
Whoa.
Yep. So we're
That's-
slowly getting y'all.
Yeah, everyone on the
Colorado.
show. We
Just
eventually
give
will
them
do the show live with you in the room. We're all
I
gonna
was
be
gonna
here.
say, Laura, if you're watching this, Angie moved from Colorado. Just
You
saying.
actually have no excuse
Just
now.
saying.
Yeah.
I had this creepy thought, but I'm like, the live show's almost like the end of The Shining, where it's like that picture of everybody hanging out at the movies.
Oh, they were like,
at the
"You
bar,
were
and it's
always
like, "You were always
here."
here." It's like, "You were
And then we
always
do like the
on our
slow
show."
turn thing or whatever. But you were
You're all
always
in
here.
the-
And then everybody freeze frames. But
Oh,
It's like, yeah.
As the
Yeah,
credits
thanks.
scroll up.
Perfect. So now we can ask the question on everyone's mind.
yes.
What was your favorite talk shop in Toronto?
Yeah.
It was probably, honestly, like even though I only bought like that zine, I thought that the Beguiling was really cool because I liked where it was.
Good choice.
You know, I didn't
Good
even
choice.
see all of
You've
it.
chosen wisely.
You know, because like the Silver Snail, like I love the name, the Silver Snail, because I love snails, but it was very mainstream and like it was still cool inside. They had a lot of stuff, and they had like the Black Canary Cafe and everything, and that was really cool and everything.
Doctor
But-
Who section.
Yeah, but like there's something really like nice about like a little quiet like comic book store that has like one of everything. Like
Well,
you know,
I found like because I'll be honest, it was actually my first time at the Beguiling. I'd never been before.
Really?
Yeah,
yeah. Wow.
Surprising.
I know.
Wow.
So I found it was like really like I know, right? Like something
felt
I
like
didn't
She's
know.
like, I don't even know
Yeah.
you.
it's-
Are you?
No, but it was like one of those where you find like those old secondhand bookstores where
Yeah.
there's like books
Yeah.
piled up places.
Exactly.
You just hear
and
the
there's
clock.
place
That's the
like
only
that.
a
sound.
labyrinth, and you're like, wow, I could spend days, weeks, months in here and still not read all the books.
like I've been to places like that in Glasgow, Scotland,
Yeah, yeah.
Scotland, and those
Yeah.
are like the best places because you find all these like really old books and
obscure
just the
stuff.
smell and like the obscure stuff and like the guy
Yeah.
behind the counter doesn't give a crap and you know
No.
like
Awake,
he's all like
just
put your bags on the counter so you don't steal. I mean, like it's not like that. They're just like so chill. They're just like whatever, like
Yeah, it is.
just read whatever.
You want to buy my zine?
How much is
Yeah,
that?
whatever,
$3,
man.
whatever.
Where's
Yeah,
my music?
some
What's
punk chicks. I'm like, oh, yeah. Like it was super lax. Like I really liked it. But I also like aside from the comic stores, really liked that video game place we went to.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it. ANC
Yeah.
Games.
Yeah.
ANC
yeah,
Games
right by
moved
right.
south on Spadina.
Yeah.
Their
And it's right by
relocation's
Castle
Really
Games.
nice.
It's a huge new store. Lots of stuff in it.
You have
And
game
you- are you allowed
gloves
to-
and helmet
or-
lady.
Am I allowed to what?
To say what you good at
You
do,
bought?
or is it secret?
Surprise.
Oh no, I told her already.
Oh, okay.
So she knows she's getting Treasure Planet for PlayStation 1.
That gem. from the PlayStation 1
She said
era.
she rented it once and she's really excited.
We remember the greats:
Soon it'll
Final
be
Fantasy
yours.
VII, Metal Gear Solid,
Treasure
Treasure Planet
The
for
greats.
PlayStation.
Hey, Disney games for like the old school systems, like Aladdin.
Aladdin,
Oh,
because
Aladdin.
Capcom was on
I
top of
love
it.
Aladdin.
Little Mermaid, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Aladdin, those games were
were
ace.
so
you know.
good.
Those
Yeah.
were fantastic
So I'm
on
like, how
SNES.
bad can Treasure Planet for PlayStation be? Come on. I bet it's the best game ever. And there was like solar surfing and collecting
Yeah.
Did it
items.
say with like audio clips from the movie? Did it say anything
Probably.
like that?
Yeah, I was
Jim Hawkins says awesome all the time. You know,
Jim
so-
Hawkins and his awesome little rat tail. Like, his polygon rat tail.
The love it of
You know,
DeviantArt.
But
and
it's the
all
best
that.
rat tail I've ever seen.
It is the
Like,
best rat
out of all
tail.
the rat tails I've had the dubious honor of seeing, that was the tidiest one for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Disney,
don't know,
for the clean rat
'cause
tail. You
I
provided
was
us
a
with.
New Kids on the Block fan. Like
Oh,
I
man.
I had that
Yeah.
Jordan doll.
I had
for
the Jordan
Christmas.
doll.
It's the
I
Jordan
was
one, the
Jordan.
one.
Jordan
had the long
yes,
tail.
Jordan.
Okay,
When, like, you
Jordan.
could put it in his head, and you could
His
put
head,
that
his
down.
head was like hard, but then the hair was soft.
Yeah, and you
It's
could pull it
terrifying.
out.
Pull it.
Yeah, we
And
had
it was just
all
like-
of those.
Yeah, and they were like the same size. as the
So
Barbie
if
dolls.
you want to
Yeah.
talk about rat tails, like let's get to the originals here.
Let's get to brass taxes here. This is
Like
We were
New
talking
Kids
about
on the Block, all right? Like,
yeah,
that's-
they're the ones who invented it.
we're just
Uh,
about, just
if not
about.
popular
Yeah.
as a mainstream consciousness.
Yeah,
yeah.
Rat tail was never
Having
but-
playground flashbacks.
So, like fights over the new kids? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, there was like
It's
groups, like
1992.
whichever one you liked. You had to stick to your own. Like
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was, you know, Donnie
Tights.
and then Jordan and then John and then
Were they
There's
all-
Danny,
Danny.
Donnie,
Danny.
Joe, Jordan,
yeah,
and
John.
John? Was it John?
Did they all apply to a
I
different
like
type?
John,
Like, he's the
yeah.
smart one. He's the
Yeah.
bad boy.
I'm
Like, do they have
Oh,
any
yeah.
like that?
too young.
No, they were all kind
Slightly
of bad.
too
They
young.
were like,
They're all-
Donnie went to jail for
Donnie
a
went
while.
to jail.
Did he play on that?
That was
Donnie
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg's brother.
Why did he want to
He
be
was
in
in
the
the Saw movie.
Drugs or something.
When I was a kid, they were like, it's because he burned a carpet.
Oh,
And I
that's
was
what that's right. I remember that rumor.
Yes.
He's a
total
pyro.
It wasn't drugs, it was burning. a
He
carpet.
burned a carpet.
He
but it's-
burned a carpet.
Okay.
Burned
Is that
his
a
mom's
euphemism?
carpet, man.
I don't
She sent him
know.
to jail.
Sounds kind of like
He
it.
wouldn't
I
have none
remember
of
that
it.
rumor.
Slightly too young to really know what was going on with them. Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
aware of them, but I'd never heard the music. I knew that they smoked.
The scandal.
But I had some trading cards that had come in the Cheerios box.
Were they
Yeah.
smoking on the cards? All these
I don't
cigarettes
know.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
I figured
My
these
older
were somehow
cigars and
valuable
shit.
'cause, like, this is like teenage stuff.
Mhm.
So I
Oh.
hid them in my sock drawer.
Oh.
So that if burglars ever came,
They would fight.
You can
They
take
would never
my
find my
jewelry
cereal
box with the dancing
New Kids
ballerina. You can take all my stuffed animals, but you will not get my
Johnny!
Backstreet Boys
Danny!
trading
They
cards.
took Danny.
I thought
They
were
took
probably
Danny.
valuable on their own. So
Oh
that's
my
amazing.
god.
So trading cards
That
are
is the
valuable.
glory,
I've
most
heard trading
fantastic
cards
things
are
I've heard
worth
today.
money.
They probably are worth money today.
So
Maybe.
yeah, they're
Especially
probably
since
still in
they
that
had to
sock
read-
drawer.
They have those posts where it's like Teddy Ruxpin worth $200.
To the
New Kids on the Block cereal box, guys. I don't know how much. They're worth a lot to one little girl.
Do you remember those like semi?
They were
Oh my god!
trading cards.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just like
It's incredible.
I had all the tapes.
teenagerness.
I love it. I love it.
cassette
Yeah,
tapes.
that wisp of illicitness.
Yeah, or you're
All
just
we
like,
know is
oh,
I hear
our-
they smoke.
Oh,
that's kind of like taste of adulthood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was the oldest
Uh.
child, so it was like all experiences were fresh, filtered through me.
Oh, you're like me then.
But I
Everything was
had
like,
friends who had older siblings, and
I
they
had
were like,
I had
"Have
two
you
older
seen Dirty
siblings.
Dancing?" I was like, "No, what's that?"
I still haven't seen.
no
it.
one plays baby.
Yeah, a sister who was 8 years older and a sister
Yep.
who was 13 years older. So
Wow.
they were the
Wow.
ones who were obsessed with New Kids on the Block. So I got all of that. Like,
Just
you know.
trickle down effect.
Yeah, I was like
Sweet.
6 years old and it was like New Kids on the Block. I'm like, oh, is this what it's gonna be like when I'm a teenager?
Well, see, I did New Kids on the Block, and then like NSYNC and Backstreet
Backstreet
Boys
Boys,
came on, and
yeah.
I was like, no, I've been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done it. No, it's
I've done-
fine. I'm good.
Like, it's
Yeah.
fine, guys. Like,
One
this
quick
is-
thing-
they're not the original.
One good thing I want to bring up that like my mind just went to, because when we were in the anime extreme, we were talking about our love of miniature toys and
Tiny
figurines. Like
things,
I do like
yeah.
tiny food unboxing things. I just love these little things. Our aunt, who wasn't too much older than us at the time, like she had the New Kids like the stage
Yeah.
with the
What?
lights and the
I had
microphones.
that. I had that.
And me as a kid, I was
Oh, no way.
fascinated by the existence of a toy of something so mundane.
Like,
And I was just like, oh my god, a stage and lights and a microphone, like,
Wow.
and I was just fixed on that. And I don't know if that's like trickled down to why I'm so into like, you know, a model of toys come out. I was like, it comes with a chair. It's a tiny chair. That's amazing. Because that's what I'm after now. Like, I'm just like,
about the doll. I want
a science table for the school. Amazing. 1/12 scale. You say all
You're
over the
slowly
stuff.
prepping for this stop motion masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even back then, I was just like, microphones meant for Ken dolls. You know, I'm like,
you could do a stop motion thing with all
I
the stuff
could.
you
I have a lot of
Okay,
crap.
Just keeping it for funsies.
yeah.
Obitsu.
Just keep
Yeah.
them in the boxes, just like.
I took Link out of the box most video. Watch Unboxed finally on uberfriendship.com. Boom, there's a promo. But that explains it. Also, yeah, there's tiny
Commercial
foods
break.
and things too. It's really good. Let's jump into the chat quickly. We got Tyler Mann saying just arrived. Sounds like you having fun.
Fun times.
We are. We're having so much
times.
fun. Going back to Treasure Planet, we got Chris the host saying that movie was so good, yet sadly underrated.
It was.
Yeah.
My girlfriend will agree with you.
trilogy, but it didn't.
They did
What?
plan, yeah.
Yeah, they
didn't
in
know
a TV
that.
series, but they canned it. It didn't do
Yeah.
well enough.
Same thing with
So-
Atlantis. They wanted to go bigger on Atlantis because
Yeah.
there's a lot of good
Yeah.
potential
Yeah.
behind that.
Actually,
They might have had a
one of my
series.
They did have the
professors
TV
was
series.
a designer on Treasure Planet. She designed Billy Bones.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that little turtle who's
Yeah,
like.
who dies at the
"Oh."
beginning.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
My girlfriend quotes him all the time. She can quote the entire movie. It's absolutely amazing.
I've only seen it once.
What-
I can't.
I like
picture
I
that
like Captain
character.
Amelia quite a bit.
I
She's-
love
Well,
Yeah.
we also brought up
she's
briefly,
cool.
we saw that someone released a music video
Oh, yeah.
with the captain
yes, I
and
saw
Jane
that.
from Tarzan.
That was
Yeah.
well done.
And it's like amazingly
They-
cut out and
They-
stuff. It's
yeah,
like
they,
too
they
perfect.
edited it out so it's like the characters actually seamlessly are hanging out together in the
Interact?
scene, and it's
Yeah.
like a love story with Amelia from Treasure Planet and Jane from Tarzan
Yeah.
against the evil ex-boyfriend who is the cavity or whatever from
Osmosis
Osmosis
Jones.
Jones, the villain from Osmosis Jones, who's
Wow.
trying to get Jane back, and it's just crazy how well
That's-
edited
it's
it
so
is.
well
Really
done.
Like
well.
somebody
Yeah.
spent a long time doing that because they really wanted
Yeah.
to see it
Super
happen.
random.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it was on Tumblr.
Yeah, my friend
Wow.
like posted it and it
Yeah.
went
Madness.
viral.
And the music actually was pretty good. Like it caught in my, like it got stuck in my brain.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is, I gotta watch that again.
I know, it was good. It was really
Yeah.
good.
We got Molly N
I wasn't
saying,
gonna
Oh, that's probably
Thank you.
Sherilyn.
Oh,
saying,
okay.
"Ugh, it is way too hard to find the question on here. Hi guys, y'all look great. Also saying,
Yeah,
I
the
should
questions are
submit
tricky.
all my old fanfics to Disney. They can make new movies from my
You
fan."
should. Like I have an idea.
And we got
Yes.
Daniel
Many a
Luke
lost.
bailing on
And the
us.
fire burned low.
Daniel Luke saying, night guys, have a great time. Draw. Daniel Luke is
Guys,
bailing on
bye.
us. The show's getting too
Briefly
raw.
hang out
Too
some
raw.
more. We miss you.
Yeah, so that was a big update on our run around.
We
You
wanna
want
do
to jump into that right
this?
now?
Just one round.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
Texas Zombie. This is a game that Katie just loves.
It's just fun. So do you guys are you guys in? For
Yeah.
just trying to
Yeah,
quick
Let's
draw?
do this.
All right. So
As we explained, let's hear.
so essentially, I'm gonna give you guys an event card.
Okay.
Actually, I wonder if I should give you all an event card, or we'll just do it bit by bit. Maybe we'll play with you.
Why me?
first. You will be our guinea pig.
Oh no, I'm gonna
Yeah.
butcher it. I'm not hilarious.
So, improv.
Ah,
So
yes, and all right.
okay, so I'm gonna just randomly pick this up. So you grab
Uh,
a card.
A card. All right, this
Okay.
looks good.
So
Why does it say 2 on it?
so usually the way you play this game is it'll be face down, and whatever the card underneath it is, you have to pick up that many items.
Okay.
So
So I get
but
2
let's
items.
just say say that there's
So I get
2
2
on there,
items.
So you have to pick 2 items. So
Show
just
the audience.
so here's
We've
like
never
a
met
random,
before, right?
So here,
Okay.
never mind. So he's gonna grab 2 items.
I'll take this one in. I'm stubborn, so I'll take this one over here.
Okay.
Last one.
So essentially, what's gonna
So
happen?
I now have 3 cards.
Okay. So what he has is an event, and he has 2 items that he has to kind of use to get out of this event, and he has a minute to convince us that this is a sane thing that'll work.
Okay, so this event is called Lost in a Labyrinth of Barrels. How do you find an exit? It's literally like a city of it looks like friggin' that Maze Runner is but with barrels.
Yeah.
So it's like barrel runners.
So
Barrel runner.
So essentially, in this
So I'm a barrel
zombie
runner.
apocalypse, he's stuck in a maze of
Oh, but
barrels.
it's like toxic barrels.
Yeah.
And they're toxic.
Okay.
Okay, toxic barrels and they're
toxic-
leaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
And
do
now
you
I have-
find
in
the
1 minute,
exit?
you have to describe with the 2 items in your hand how you're gonna get out of this situation.
Are you gonna hit a clock or something like that?
Do you? Does anyone-
Should I tell you what I have?
Hold on, I got a clock here.
Yeah.
How do you find the
And then
exit?
and then we all thumbs up if we're in, thumbs down if we're out. If the thumbs down, you don't get out of that maze. Thumbs up, you get out of that maze and you're on the
Okay, and my items are, you ready?
we're all going.
My items are a wire coat hanger and a basket. Is there a basketball on every deck or something like that? Okay, So I'm in. All right, is it going?
Go.
Okay, so as you can see, if you show the picture of it, there's just a wall of these toxic barrels, and I'm like, these could be corrosive, these could be dangerous. I've got to. You know what? I'm not going to touch them. I don't want to climb them. I want to kind of just get through this. So to make sure, I'm going to get my wire hanger, mess it a bit, pry all the top layer of them open, just pry off the lid, so like all the ooze and acid is exposed. I'm not touching it because I pried it off. I'm now going to go from a far distance and whip my basketball and start knocking these barrels down, and they'll start melting into each other and into each other and into each other and into each other, and this whole labyrinth of barrels is going to melt to nothingness, leaving a beautiful path for me to walk through on my casual time. And I can hum a little tune while I do it.
So are we
Boom!
voting on how
we-
plausible this is?
It doesn't have to be. I mean, it's a zombie
just-
apocalypse, so it's just would you buy it if you saw this in a movie? Would you buy it?
If you had really good shoes, like to walk over the aftermath, you know, like, or unless like the acid burned a hole through the ground. But
If
Well, I
you
like
established your basketball past, like your career, and the tragedy.
I just have to
that
hit
ended
one.
it, Then I believe it.
Tragedy that ended.
I just have to hit
Then I
one,
believe it.
and it'll knock all the rest
Slam,
down.
And welcome to the jam.
Yeah.
So okay.
So you just Space
yeah.
Jam
What
fan
we're gonna
fiction.
do?
Okay, so we all hold
1,
it.
2, 3. We're gonna say
Oh,
whether
God.
yay or nay it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, mine's stuck.
Wow, misfire.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, you're on the fence still.
Survive the toxic barrel.
All right.
survived that. You
Boom.
would get a point.
That is
Or
a zombie
you
for
would
me.
get, I think, 2 points because you had 2 cards. So
I
would
feel like that
anybody
almost
else
helps
like to
you
give this a
more,
shot?
not
Yeah,
two.
let's do it.
All
All
right.
right, well, that was mine.
So, I mean, if we were
I
going to play the
survived.
game, it would be a bunch of rounds. We'd be building up points, but we're just going to do a 1 round of this.
So,
because,
but each person gets an event card. It's not like the same
Everybody
event
gets
card,
an
and
event
everybody
card.
has to
Yeah.
use
That
their
one's
items.
Now
to
your
the same
turn in
event.
the
So, who
barrel
would like to go
runners.
next?
I will.
Sure,
Sure, why
Just
not?
quickly,
Grab
Molly
it
also
first.
found us the link.
is this an
So
event?
if you guys want to copy and paste, you can watch the video.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Molly, no, that was Sherilyn. Because
What's
that's
this, Molly?
so-
I know
So-
she was posting as me.
So, I mean, if you want
It's
to
an
just
imposter.
grab an event
Okay.
card, wherever you feel like grabbing an event card.
Can I look at it now, or do I have to wait?
Not yet. So
Okay,
there's
that's
one,
okay.
so you can only grab one item.
One
So
item.
One item
to
has
out
to
of
get
this.
yourself out of this situation.
Okay. Ouch. Okay.
But you know what? I mean, usually the way this game works is it's the number underneath. So I mean, we can give you another one.
Oh
No,
no.
let's try one. I want to see what one
Alright,
does.
Don't worry about it. I can do it.
Let's see you work your way out of this one.
Oh god. Okay, I'm scared. I'm
So
scared.
your situation is?
My situation is
We can show the camera after.
is
too.
that I have just found a weapon hideout. You dearly need them, but they are heavily guarded by this fat dude. I don't
Can you
even
show
know.
the
He's
Blech. It's guarded by a fat dude.
and I have a pair of nail clippers.
Go!
Oh, let's show this. She has a pair of nail clippers to get past this.
A
Scary
gun,
dude.
a weapon horde guarded by a big guy.
Okay,
Go.
so with the nail clippers, I am going to create a distraction. I'm going to make clipping noises with I'm gonna clip my fingernails over in this like really hollow hallway, and it's gonna like echo against like the walls, and he's gonna be like, oh, what's that noise? You know, it's gonna be like Metal Gear Solid, like bloop, what's that? And he's gonna like come over and like investigate, and I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna kind of sneak around the side, and, like grab some guns, and like, oh, I guess it was nothing, and then like kind of like sneak and then sneak back around, like or just kill him because I got the weapon, so why not? Just like, you know, in the zombie life, you gotta.
Clip some nails.
Nails kill some dudes, right? So my weapon's now, bitch.
I feel that would work better if you just like threw the
Threw the
nail.
nail clippers.
Oh,
And,
You're like
noisy.
raising
It's
tension
gonna be
slowly.
I just figured I would
here.
use them for their purpose. It could be if it was another item, I could just like use any item to throw at him. But nail clippers, you gotta be.
I figure like you raise
clever.
tension. It's like one. He's like, clip. Wait,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
definitely something.
Because he's like reading his magazine,
And he's
right?
like, what is
Someone's
it?
definitely clipping nails
What's
over
it?
there.
I hate that. That's like my worst pet peeve.
Yeah. I hate when they leave those lying
I'm
around.
gonna go leave all these
Walking in the
guns
kitchen,
and
I step on a nail.
Oh, and then I'm gonna
toenail.
leave all the clippings on the ground, and he's gonna be like, "Oh!" He's gonna be like
That's
so angry.
so gross.
Exactly.
You'll remember the time you saw a lady clipping
And
nails
then you
in
can be like,
Subway.
you can be like, how do you like these clips? And then just
That's a good fun. I like that.
Yeah, so that's my plan.
Or if you had a nail gun too, that could possibly work.
Yeah.
So lots of options.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of this debate.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yay! Sometimes it just comes down to presentation.
You know what?
It's confidence.
It doesn't always have to make sense.
Like-
I can do it.
Yeah,
then I-
exactly.
I-
This is no problem.
I cut my nails, and
Yeah,
then he's
exactly.
like, what? Like, Phil will be like, no, it's not gonna work.
no.
You gotta own those
Exactly.
nail
Yeah.
clippers.
All right,
Put
so
that
we're gonna
back in.
put this one aside.
Yeah.
So who would like to go next?
I'll go.
All right, so
Event card.
go nuts.
I want like a 3-1.
A 3-1.
Oh, I got
You
a
can grab a
1-1.
3 if you want.
Is there any 3-1s?
Usually, because usually you could.
Oh,
It's
there's a
whatever's
3-1.
underneath.
I'll be
it.
curious to see
Yeah.
a 3.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious too.
All right. So
Oh, I don't read it yet. Okay.
not yet. Let's just.
My girlfriend left to watch
So
Downton Abbey.
Oh,
Bah.
so just grab 3 cards.
If you're watching, this is Texas Zombies, apparently.
Texas Zombies. We're not playing it totally accurate, but this is kind of.
I just want to do a round.
The impromptu.
This is the improv component. That's really fun.
It's also good for storytelling
Okay.
skills
Yeah.
thing. Skills thing.
Building.
Your situation
Okay.
is.
How many views? Do you
Okay, you
Uh.
noticed that a crate is moving on its own volition, following you. Maybe you should lose it. So I have to. You have to describe how I would lose the
So
crate.
a box is just
So
following you?
essentially, it's like
So
Metal
whatever
Gear
The
serves
creepy
Solid.
box is following
You're being
you.
followed by a box, and what? With the items in your hand, how do you stop it from following you?
Okay.
What items do you
How
have?
do you get away from it?
I have a rubber band.
All right.
Oh, I have a laptop. Does it work?
I don't know.
And I have a paper plane.
You should tweet if there's a sale somewhere else.
Okay.
All right, 1 minute.
Go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I am not good at this. I'm really just gonna die. No. Okay. So the crate's following me, and I'm like, oh no. And so
Shitty.
first thing I have to do is shoot the rubber band so it like hits like the guy in the eye.
Nice.
So he's like, and the thing falls down, and then like I book it around the corner, and then I check on my laptop and I order some pizza, and the car like pulls up and like blocks off the alleyway behind me,
That's smart.
and then I write "See a sucker" on the paper plate, and I send it over the pizza thing, and then I take off. The end.
I like it. All right. Tell you about 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
Awesome.
Survival.
Megan, do you want to cap
I think
off?
you got me at the paper. Like, second letter.
You gotta
The
finesse.
car, I'm like,
You
You
yeah,
gotta have finesse in
this
the zombie
pizza.
apocalypse, man.
Cool.
Finesse.
I have 3 items. Do I get to
Alrighty.
look?
Wait, draw your items
Okay.
first.
All right. Draw my weapons.
Draw your. Well, I got a rubber band.
Now I'm all nervous.
I know.
Gotta
it's
perform.
the
So far, everyone's got perfect, so you better
Yeah.
step it up.
Pressure's on.
All right. Can I look?
Yeah, what's your
Yeah.
scenario?
My scenario is these barracks are full of drug dealers. You will need a good diversion in order to go through. And indeed, these barracks are full of drug dealers.
Oh,
It's
so many drug
I've
dealers.
seen
It's bad
barracks
drug
before.
dealers.
chock-a-block.
Not with that many drug
All
dealers.
All right. Now
Fucking
I am
Far
armed
Cry.
with a music box,
Oh.
a megaphone, and a master key. Oh, that's too easy.
That's so easy.
All right.
I don't know
So
what the keys for you. Is it for everything?
It's a master key. So
it is a masterful key if ever I saw one.
Mhm.
So I am going to, of course, I'm going to sneak in there, probably using the master key. Although I don't know how big drug dealers are on security. Maybe there's like doors open. I'm going to crank that music box. I'm going to play it through the megaphone. And well, they are so moved by the music that they are weeping and dancing.
What song is it? It's like Masquerade.
Dude, I love this place.
Oh, Andrew Lloyd Webb is my jam.
Then I'm going to go right through there, straight through. Summer and Tears, others are waltzing with each other. And I guess I will lock them in on my way out.
You reminded me of the Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure NES game because it was an item that was a stereo. That when you play it, all the bad guys start dancing and stuff, and you can like get around them.
They have
so.
that in Ratchet and Clank. It's called the Groovatron,
Yeah.
and you play it, and even the boss battles, like the boss monsters, will be like, because they have like this little disco ball.
It's proven to work. You're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, are we voting? So what do we think about that?
We're voting.
1, 2, 3.
But
I think we're all just like really nice.
We're just
really
nice,
good at
yeah.
this game.
It's hard to downvote. I was doing it when I was playing. I started feeling bad because it was like that's not gonna work.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only way you could
Fun.
downvote, you shouldn't do it like publicly. You'd have to like
Yeah,
write
like
on
a
a little
secret
note
tally.
and then like
Yeah.
tally it in, and that way
That's true.
it's
a little
more like people will be more honest
It's
because
less
they don't.
camera friendly.
Yeah. This is a lot more. Yeah, so fun. Like,
Yeah, that's
a
really
good
fun.
It's a fun kind of warm up in a board game group.
Yeah.
And so
It's a great like short story seed too.
it's
Yeah.
good. It's kind of like Once Upon a Time, and then this one just like
The
you got
Once
that
Upon a
minute to
Time
come up with a
can
jam.
go on if you keep going, but
That-
then the butcher
Yeah,
showed up
yeah.
and had a jelly bean. You're like,
So
oh
is it,
no.
like,
That
Part
sounds
3.
right up my
You
alley.
Just
have to
keep
like play
going.
all your cards like
You-
before
you're-
you can win.
People
or-
can interrupt at like at any point, but it has to be natural. It can't just be like, but then a wagon was on fire. You're like, where'd this
Yeah.
wagon come from? Like
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it needs to actually have a progression.
But is
And-
the objective to like use all the
Yeah,
cards?
you basically have a deck of like, oh, it's I got a beanstalk, I have a magical encounter, I have a prince in disguise or whatever it is,
Okay.
and then you're trying to lay all these out.
A prince
Yeah.
in disguise.
And if someone interrupts
I can
you,
tell that much. It's
and if someone
sure.
sways you,
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
There she goes. That girl is so
peculiar.
peculiar.
I
Please
wonder
never
what
get
peculiar.
Well, it's Pity and Listen.
Oh,
She doesn't quite fit in.
Oh.
It really is a
Funny girl, that girl.
Funny girl.
Really
It's my favorite part because you'll see.
no, go on. I'm just hosting a live show, not doing anything important.
Let's tell you, here's where she meets Prince Charming. You're clearly done.
Fair enough.
You're clearly won't discover that till
Chapter
chapter 3.
Thank you. We got Matthew Pichard saying, hey, everybody, that game looks like fun. Are there any other board games you guys highly recommend? Kings of Tokyo. One of my favorite games.
Nuns on the Run is my favorite game.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, very good choice.
I enjoy Cash for Guns
It's a board
currently.
game
That's
Cash
really
for
good.
Guns is
Oh,
great.
that's fun.
It's really fun, and the whole theme is that you are naughty novices,
Ah.
making your way through the nunnery to get like you get different goals such as booze or like, love letters or the Necronomicon.
All right.
It's
That
so
sounds
much
really good.
fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can
Amazing.
play
I'll
as
have
you
to try
can
that.
play as a naughty nun, or you can play as like Mother Superior.
Yeah.
So you play against other characters.
How many
It's
players is
really-
this
I
madness?
think you can handle like 8.
Nice.
It's really fun.
I like bigger games. I really enjoy like House on Haunted Hills, like 8 or 6 players, I think. So is a lot of games are usually 6, but the nice thing about Ladies and Gentlemen was it was like 10 players could do that. And like we've talked about that game before, it's spectacular, and get your top hats and your chocolate cigars and your fans. It's going to be a great old time to play that game. We also got more Disney sing-alongs from Chris the host. We'll wrap the show with that. That'll be great.
That's how you and I met. We're like,
That is true. If you think about it, we were united by sing-along.
have to tell that
Public
story.
humiliation.
You have to tell that story.
Back when I was active in the fan community of anything, I used to run this thing called the Amateur Voice Acting Experience at Anime North, which is our like premier anime convention. It's fantastic. Go check it out. The way it works is it's a workshop of like I'm no professional, dare I say. It was more meant for be at home, with just audio techniques, recording software technology, and littered throughout was mini games because I want to keep people interested. And PowerPoint is not the way.
No.
As funny as my PowerPoints were, you gotta get people involved. And so we broke up like every 10 minutes, 5 minutes, it'd be like a game of some sort. It'd be like, voice these characters that I show you. Or at the beginning, my favorite one was actually, I would write a script with, I guess it's all Mad Libs is the type of game. I'd write a script, like a movie trailer, with all these holes in it that's like in a time where blank. And then people before the show would like write in the stupidest things. It was the greatest. And then 5 people would read our favorite 5 scripts, Anyway, at the end of the game, at the end of the workshop, we gathered what we just determined to be the winners of each of these individual games to do a final Disney sing-along where we play footage from, any of like the 90s movie that people would most likely remember.
Right.
And just you go up and sing. That's your prize. You get to do more foolishness.
Yeah.
And
That
apparently,
it puts you in uncomfortable positions sometimes, but it feels so good when you work through it.
yeah. And the show you were at apparently
Oh,
was
God.
Aladdin, wasn't it?
It was Aladdin.
A whole new
Yeah.
world.
So you won the
choked.
thing, and then you had to sing.
I choked so badly because I shake
I
when I
don't
get
remember
scared,
that.
and so I
Yeah.
was just like, "Oh, okay, we're singing now."
I was in the back for that, and I was just like, "That was fun."
She was in the back like,
Because I remember you being very sweet. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's really nice." And then you came up, I think, afterwards to be like, "Thanks for the
yeah.
It's nice." Little did I know
And
we'd be.
We'd be
No,
searching
no,
for
it was
gumball
less than
machines in
that,
Toronto
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
It would be
Searching
fantastic.
for gumball machines.
Destiny would bring them together again.
Who knows? So that my lesson to you guys is go out and do things. You never know who you're gonna meet and what's gonna
Yay,
happen.
things!
Adventures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do stuff.
Things and stuff and things.
Yeah, we're getting hungry. It's getting a little late, so quickly we'll wrap up with a couple of favorites. Today was a big week for watching tons of amazing cartoons.
Yeah.
Let's go down the list. We watched the new Bee and Puppycat episodes.
Yay!
Fantastic, fun.
I've not seen it.
We're not going to spoil nothing. We're just going to give you
Very
recommendations.
Me too.
Absolutely legal, and it helps support them. It's such a fun show. Watch Bee and Puppycat if you haven't yet. It is a good time. We started Over the Garden Wall,
Yes.
which has the most catchy song apparently.
It's just been in my head all day.
Potatoes
And molasses. And molasses. Yeah, really cute show.
I went to the gym this morning. That was in my head the whole time. People were like pumping to like awesome music.
Like
I'm just
Lady Gaga.
and I'm just oh, potatoes. Like why is this not going? Away.
It is-
Potatoes. Over the Garden Wall is a miniseries by Cartoon Network, and it's art directed by Nick Cross, who's a really talented, awesome dude, who I've met a couple times, and he worked with my fiance, and he's just got amazing art. He does a lot of really cool short films, and you can see his beautiful art really influenced on this film, or this short story.
Yeah, it's
Miniseries, which is
interesting.
great, which is really cool.
It's got a style that like I kind of compare it to like very like what do you mention? We went like
European
slash
gnomes,
Very
very
tales.
very
Yeah.
American
70s.
folklore as well too,
Yeah.
like very
Yeah.
ferry boats and frogs and
It's
stuff.
got
and,
yeah,
like,
the palette is
Yeah.
very
Muted.
pumpkins
very,
and
like,
wheat,
the 70s.
fall
Even, like,
colors.
like the animation you saw coming out of Russia in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks
very-
like
It's an
that.
amalgamation of a lot of stuff we haven't
Beautiful,
seen
but
much
not, like,
these
Yeah.
a lot of
days.
stuff you see on TV is like color splash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not,
Very
not always
muted.
very good.
And muted.
And
Do you
that
mean like
is
Last
very
Unicorn
somber,
kind
yeah.
of?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very like yes,
Uh,
unicorny.
Elijah Wood is like one of the characters in it. It's
Is
Of course he is.
He's the
Yeah, with the
man.
Oh,
And-
he's
There's Wirt and
Wirt.
Yeah,
I
and I
don't
think
forget
Doc
Doc Brown or
Brown, Christopher Lloyd was the guy who's like, the beast is out there, kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
I think that was
Yeah,
Christopher
it is
Lloyd.
Oh, that's
Christopher
awesome.
Lloyd's in it. John Cleese is in it.
John Cleese was in there too. He's great.
Oh.
There's lots of fun little characters and
I'll have to
appearances.
check it out.
Really good show and great music.
Skeleton Husband.
Ah!
That's my recommendation.
Okay, what is
that's-
this
I don't know if I know
from?
that.
Okay, the sort of an indie band, I guess, called Mystery Skulls,
Yeah.
commissioned, whether they paid or not, I'm not sure. They commissioned a music video from a Fanimator
Yeah, they're fan
online, and they produced a brilliant 3-minute animated music video that's a Scooby-Doo parody
Oh, cool.
called Ghost. And I started out watching this. I'm like, well, this is cute. This is very animu. This is cute. Until
Yeah.
Skeleton Ghost showed up.
Skeleton Ghost with a
And,
pompadour.
Yeah, Skeleton Husband.
Everybody on Tumblr has a huge boner for this skeleton.
Oh! Well played.
I'm funny
I wish
without
we
meaning
had-
to be.
I see what I did there.
I know. Can we put my count on this?
very, very catchy song, and some interesting design, and then some great design.
Yeah.
And
I'll
a
look
really
that
use
up.
of limited flash
It's
animation.
It
called
says Skeleton
Skeleton
Ghost, or
That is my name for it. No, it's Ghost by Mystery Skulls.
Mystery
Okay.
Skulls.
Yeah, it's a good song. Mystery
Gross.
Skulls is like
Really
they
catchy.
sound like early good Daft Punk, honestly.
I think that's
Yeah,
not
like
a bad way
yeah.
to put it.
Yeah, it's super catchy stuff. A lot of their other music is actually really awesome too. I downloaded a bunch of their music and it's all great. Actually, my favorite song of theirs is Money, and
Oh,
the same fan artist did a music video with Phoenix Wright characters.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
crazy.
that's how they came on each other's radar.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And that one was really awesome too. So I actually prefer Money, the song, but the animation was really cool though.
So many good recommendations.
Yeah.
Also, as per the reason why I was hunting this down all day, I started regular show after last week's live show because I was wearing a regular show t-shirt, and I'm like, I should probably watch it as well. I just bought it because I liked it. It was basically like
Don't
a
want to be
blue.
a fake geek guy or anything.
Well, like, it was basically a Blue Jays, like Toronto Blue Jays t-shirt, but with Mordecai on
I've
it.
seen
and
that,
I'm like,
yeah.
that is amazing. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
some
I
episodes.
want that.
So I went back to
It's really
season 1, and now I'm on season 3 within the span of
fun.
a
I
week.
know it happens really fast.
Regular show is
Last
so
week.
good.
It's so fun.
I love it so much. I understand it now. Skips is amazing. So full recommendation. Check out regular show. There was something else I want to talk about briefly. This was interesting. Lucasfilm quickly announced new CGI. It's all like very like traditional kind of magic characters and elves and dwarves and things like that. And it's technically coming through Disney since they own it. But like this is what they've been quietly working on for a while that people thought was
like a Willow thing.
Maybe they thought it was like a sequel to Frozen because it was just like that was the name. But no, it's a Lucasfilm short called or series movie called Strange Magic. I don't know too much about it, but a couple pictures have popped up.
You said?
Yeah, CG.
Ooh,
animated.
okay.
So take a look at that.
That's exciting.
We'll see what that's up to.
Totally
Awesome.
Also, this week, what's been stuck in our heads even before Gravy and Molasses, Too Many Cooks was released. And for all week, I've had Too Many Cooks stuck in my head. You must have seen this by now.
I tweeted that. I was like, Too Many Cooks, and somebody unfollowed me.
It is. But like when they get to like the G.I. Joe music and like some people say it will spoil the broth. Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. And like they had like the sci-fi like C-O-O-K-S.
It's an 11-minute long intro sequence to like a 70s comedy called Too Many Cooks.
I hear you. Like, I was like,
do you know what the story is? What they did was that they put it on late at night.
Yeah,
like
4 a.m.
between like infomercials.
It's the Adult Swim infomercial block.
To see if people would notice.
Yeah.
And they did.
And it was snuck in there.
They snuck it in there.
And it took the world by storm, apparently.
Yeah, it's super viral.
That makes me way more interested in it.
Well, when I heard that, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't just released on the. It wasn't actually released online. Someone else uploaded
work
it.
schedule. I have not been online, so I've like missed like.
It's still trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like it's
Too
ridiculous.
many
So see people
It's uncomfortable.
So
it's strange. It's definitely 4 a.m. content.
Yeah.
Because I liken it to like the MTV days of Beavis and Butthead, where you would just sit there laughing like Butthead, just be like.
Kids are 4 a.m. You're probably high off your rocker, and you're just like, what is going on?
And I think it serves that audience perfectly.
Oh,
Basically, you just sit there waiting for it to end. It just keeps going.
When I was a tiny child, I accidentally found Monty Python's Flying Circus on TV.
Oh wow!
And I did not understand what I was seeing.
You're
It was
so-
frightening and disturbing.
You're like, dead parrot? What? Cheese shop? What's going on?
Monty Python was my childhood.
Yeah, ditto. I had a Scottish mom, so it was like,
but it wasn't even the shows. It was listening to the tapes of the card. Being
oh wow.
Do you sell any cheese in this shop?
Verbatim, dead parrot.
Yeah.
And finally, of course, Five Nights at Freddy 2. Markiplier's playing the demo of the 2, which has apparently 5 parts of just the first 3 nights demo of the sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Do you know how many animatronics there are now?
No.
8 many.
8.
That's too many.
many.
That's too many animatronics.
That's 8 too many. That's 8 too many.
More
Too
fear.
many
Why is this guy working?
Too many animatronics.
Why is
You have to play to find out.
Because you gotta get it.
You want to get your $120?
But
It's $120, man.
It's less now. It's like $100 and like 60 cents now.
But
Job's
Job's
a job.
Yeah.
Job's a job.
You gotta play to find out.
You got it, man.
Man.
All these like scary fucking psycho puppets are trying to kill you during your 6-hour shift.
Draw some cards and see how we'll deal.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well,
I have a rubber band,
with my hairbrush and
my lipstick. Try to pretend that you're one of them.
Yeah.
Paint
But
Freddy
that
on
only
your
works
face.
on half of them.
That's what they did. They gave you a Freddy head
A
to put
mask.
on your face if they come into the room. Because
Yeah.
they're
No Jordan.
Winding the music box, man. Winding the music box.
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
god.
It's creepy stuff.
And the new Foxy.
Markiplier calls it the scariest game ever. So,
Ever.
at least the first one. I don't know if it's that scary. We'll see.
Oh yeah, no, he said the second one's scarier. Like he
Okay.
said, he already.
Oh.
Scary.
It's unnerving.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all my updates. Beyond that,
light note. Ooh.
well, tomorrow is Far Cry. Far Cry 4 tomorrow. We'll be there at this VVIP
events. Yes.
where apparently awful things may happen. We're
Yeah,
informed.
yeah. I was informed that there possibly might be bags going over our heads at some point. So I don't know. Yeah.
I'll be sure not to wear my glasses.
Well, I mean, like, what
Your elephant will
they
protect
gave me
you.
an email with a disclaimer saying if you are opposed to the idea at some point, like, because there's attendees like doing stuff with the theme of the game during the event, if you are opposed to the idea of maybe having a bag put over your head at some point during the evening, please let us
I just
know.
wonder if it's just bag over the head or if it's like
Are they
terrorist
kidnapping
Well,
kidnapping.
that's the thing. It's like bag, like terrorists are kidnapping you or something
Yeah.
because it's like the theme of the
One
game.
of those mystery room places.
I'm like, if you're taking me to Peg and Mint, like, please take me. Like,
then you get a lap
they're
dance.
probably gonna be like, yeah, oh my god, don't even joke about that. Like, don't even. Like,
Okay.
They hired the strippers.
they hire like Peg and Mint
Peg
strippers.
and Mint strippers.
That's like my birthday present.
Surprises
Honestly,
Troy,
like-
surprises Troy Baker. And Molly's dead.
I can't help but worry that this may draw attention to myself, and I don't.
You're
I hope,
getting a
That's
bag.
exactly the kind of attention you
I hope I
want.
don't get bagged for being an elephant man.
No man,
I
they're
want you
gonna
guys
laugh
to
so
tell.
hard. They
Yeah.
love that stuff.
Oh,
Like,
God.
they totally
Just
do.
kind of live tweet this whole event.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like
Oh, we're
currently
going
being
to.
abducted.
I'm not turning on my phone until like tomorrow because I want it to be like full battery so I can take
call.
pictures.
Right. I do have a portable battery too. So
Okay,
we can't
good.
get that
Yeah,
going.
okay, good.
good.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow. We'll look for that, and also apparently we're going to have fun time on Friday with a little sing song, and maybe that's all I know. That's all I got. It's almost 12 o'clock
Oh my
midnight.
god, really?
Special midnight
Oh my
episode
gosh.
here in
Gosh.
Toronto time
Oh,
zone.
we got a question.
So we'll start.
Last minute comment.
Hope you have lots of fun at Far Cry 4 event. Says
Thank you.
Sir Bobbert Brook.
Roberto, she's a sweetie. I love her. She's my Far Cry 4 friend. We dropped pictures of Peg and Min to each other. We're like, yeah, we're BFFs.
Naughty pictures.
Naughty pictures.
Calendar.
Awesome. So I guess as we're wrapping.
Yep. What's
let
everyone
us
gonna?
know
What's
where
everyone
we
working
can find
on? What's everyone working on, and where can we find you?
I
I'll do that.
I was pointing
Sure.
at the co-rap and I went,
What are you up to, Korak?
Missed the top of that.
I draw the webcomic Beauty and the Beast. You can read that at eatb.thecomicseries.com, and you can find my portfolio at thequietly.com. And I could really use some sleep.
Good.
Hey.
I am currently working on a portrait of Castiel from Supernatural to match my Dean and Sam. I will be at Ottawa Pop Expo on November 22nd, 23rd, selling said portraits. And I also have a YouTube channel where I post my time-lapse videos, so you can see them from start to finish.
They're crazy.
You can check out my Tumblr. It's angelcreations.tumblr.com, and my art tag's on there at angelcreationsart. And or you can check out my gallery at DeviantArt Angel-Creations, because somebody took the other one.
No.
Angel-creations.deviantart.com, and yeah, it's Angel Creations on YouTube. So, but everything's shared on there. So check it out.
Good. I was just putting my hand at the level of my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And-
At the level of your eyes.
We're so tired. I have an ongoing webcomic that I do with my awesome writer friend Jordan Bowes. It's called Woohoo. It's called Woohoo, and you can see it at woohoocomic.com. We update whenever we feel like it because we both have other jobs that we do for money, so it's kind of like a fun thing we do on the side. But I also have a Peg and Min portfolio that you can see. That is jakface.tumblr.com. That has all my drawings of sexy dudes and other things. I'm currently making a Silver Fox calendar. It'll be coming out next month, so you can pre-order that soon.
Awesome.
It's Silver Foxes, so hot dads and all those kind of people.
All the hot dads.
All the hot dads. 10% of the profits will be going to prostate cancer research. So
Excellent.
yeah, check it out.
You can always find us, Katie Shy, Shaggy Shan, on the Twitters and the Tumblrs on the same name. Of course, you mind.
We're
Go
hard at work
to
on Silly Kingdom.
Silly Kingdom, new Steed Indeed, coming soon with you, posted
Soon,
on all that
soon.
goodness. Very
I'm
soon,
so
very
close.
soon. Very close. More information on that you can get at silverkingdom.com, where you can also pre-order and stuff, but we'll have more information on that too as we got other stuff going on. I don't know what's going on over there. Otherwise, Shanahanigans on both the .com as well as Facebook. That's where you're going to get the most recent information is on the Facebook, because Facebook doesn't actually notify you anything, so you have to go out of your way to go to our page when we update you, and we'll tell you when this show's happening. That can be found at SHANIGANS.com or .Facebook, whatever that whole mess is. Shenanigans Live, usually Tuesdays at 8, otherwise Wednesdays at some other time. As we would
Whenever we get
Whenever we get home.
whenever we get
Wednesdays
back
whenever.
from wandering and buying snacks and nice elephants
Awesome
and things like that.
Elephant hats and
All the nice things. This has been Shenanigans Live. Thank you guys for joining us. And I hope to see you next week when we'll report back on all our horrible things that are going to happen to us.
Oh my
tomorrow.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
If you don't hear from me in a week, if my Twitter's quiet, you'll know why.
All right.
We'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
Good night.
Oh, I can't reach it.